say, make me look sexy.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby.
And Watercraft Network is pleased to have Joe McNulty from JetPilot, the only life jacket, our primary gear here, our only gear at Watercraft Network. Joe, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
Hey, so what's going on for 2018? You guys switch it up every season. You come out with something new, fresh, funky looking, matching all the new paint schemes for the manufacturers. What do you got going on for 18?
Well, we're going to do that. We've had a lot of success with what you just described with our Matrix. That's been a really good selling jacket, John, and PFD for us. And the colorways we do you typically offer about 5 different colorways that tie into a lot of different kind of color schemes out there. But that's one that we'll continue to move forward with. One project we're excited about is we came out with a new vest this year called the Co-Pilot. The Co-Pilot was probably about a year's worth of kind of R&D on our side, getting feedback from team riders. Obviously, our team riders are people that we can draw on that have a lot of good feedback, good knowledge on stuff that works, stuff that more importantly doesn't work. And that's the kind of feedback we like to get. And the Co-Pilot was one of those vests that it's a Coast Guard approved vest. It's a 2-buckle front zip, and the great thing about it has side handles. So whoever is riding on the ski behind you has a place to hang on to besides the shoulder blade or around the waist. It's actually a designated area to hold on to.
What a great idea. How did you guys come up with that idea? I mean, that seems like it's long overdue for the industry. I mean, it's a really smart idea. How did that development come about?
It came about like a lot of things where our art team is very proactive with our athletes, and they just bounce ideas around. And then we talk to our retailers too. Our retailers are another area where we can draw on and say, hey, what do you need that you're not seeing or you'd like to see? And just being open-minded and creating that dialogue with retailers and team riders is pretty much how it evolved.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, JetPilot has always seemed to be on the cutting edge. First company to come out with the side entry. You guys were also the first ones way back in the day. I remember going to the side buckle. For a lot of the guys and girls that are riding, whether it's racing or out there in surf conditions, it's nice not to have those buckles on your chest, when you're trying to reboard. So JetPilot to me has always been, synonymous with the industry, but always pushing the envelope and developing new product and, just constantly out there, looking to provide exactly what you said, what riders really want.
Yeah. And, it's something that we try to listen to as much as we can. And either make a better product or make a product that maybe isn't out there that needs to be out there. So
yeah. So we'll make sure that we put that up on the screen so everybody can see it. In terms of the actual products, be it the suits or the PFDs, everyone knows, Watercraft Superstore, Blosian, Riva, all the big retailers carry Jet product. Apparel, vests, gloves, the boots. But in the event that someone can't get what they're looking for from one of the retailers, the general public can buy direct from JetPilot?
They can. We did revamp our kind of web presence and totally got a new platform to kind of host everything on it. And it went live probably 6 months ago, so it's current, it's real time. So if it's stuff we have in stock, it's available on the website. If it's something we're out of stock, it won't even show. So that was a big thing for us, because prior to that, it wasn't something that was maintained very well on our end. So we're really excited about just jetpilot.com and where it is now currently.
Yeah, and I've noticed you guys have a lot more presence on social media as well. So people could contact you through Facebook, and if they're looking for a specific type of product or color that they're unable to get from one of your retailers.
Yep, exactly. That was another thing that kind of tied into redoing the website. The jetpilot.com site was we brought in people that are good at kind of getting your social media presence out there and maintaining it, because it takes a lot of content to keep a social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. It takes a lot of content to kind of keep that up and running. And so now that we have the content we need, and we have a good supply of it coming in from whether it's photographers or media partners, it's definitely added to a much better social media experience for our customers.
Yeah, you seem to be a lot more active, and the page really seems to be managed well. So it's nice to see JetPilot out on social media. So who are you guys working? I know there's so many JetPilot athletes. Any good stories you can tell us, or any something that you want to share about any of the guys that you work with, or an event that happened when you were during testing or out on a photo shoot or something cool.
Gosh, we have we do have a lot of team riders. We've got whether it's Chris McCluggage or Gomez. He was in here the other day. He just came in from Japan, where he won a second world title. He won a first one down there at Havasu, and and then I know he's leaving. He left today, I think, for Mexico. But those are kind of the U.S. guys, and then JetPilot being so big in Australia too, because Darren does such a good job down there with the brand that there's always people coming in here that it's kind of originated from the Australian side of the business, and or I'm flipping through a magazine and a guy's on the cover, and I'm like, God, who is that? And it's amazing to me the depth of the JetPilot riders and how far they the reach they have. It seems it's I can't turn a page without finding another one. So
it's funny.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's funny you say that, because I've actually seen the on social media the storefront, the JetPilot storefront. That's got to be in Australia, the retail store.
The physical retail location.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if Australia has one. I believe Malaysia has one that does a really good job. JetPilot Malaysia. I always see photos of theirs. And two of these regions, they produce their own product ranges too. So you'll see really cool stuff coming out of, whether it's apparel out of Malaysia or apparel out of Australia or stuff like that. There's a lot of good guys out there doing good work.
And that's what I was curious about. I saw all of, one of the pictures I saw, shirts and sweatshirts, hoodies and all types of stuff. And it was an impressive type of, outlet location. So really pretty cool.
Yeah, and it gives us something to shoot for too, being here in the U.S. and maybe not having the depth that those guys have right now. So it gives us a good thing to kind of shoot for, where it's we see a lot of opportunity. Obviously still on the wetsuits and the PFD side but even on the lifestyle apparel, there's so much we could do here to make the brand stronger. And we get a lot of feedback from our social media platform saying, hey, where can I get this? Or do you guys make this? And so it's one avenue we're looking to go deeper in, which is definitely the apparel side.
Exciting. Well, I mean, that's really great for riders to know. I can tell you personally, amongst our group, we're purely JetPilot. Whether it be tour coats, suits, gloves, the race boots. Obviously. The Comp Vest, like you see behind us, we're big fans of those pullover nylons with the side buckle, side entry, fantastic vest.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Once you guys come out with more swag, it's just more money. Where the kids are going to want all those shirts and tees. So you're killing me here, Joe.
Yeah, yeah, we we got a high standard we got to live up to. With these other licensees are raising the bar, so we gotta make sure we're doing our part.
Well, like we said earlier, the JetPilot brand is synonymous with the industry, been around since way back in the day. So I think that's why you have such a cult following. It's quality product. The nice thing is JetPilot stands behind their product too, which is, out of the countless items we've bought in our group directly from JetPilot or through retailers. Tanya, who's there, has always helped us. We've had one problem over the course of decades with a product, and it was resolved in minutes. And I think that's another reason, that integrity and the quality of the product, that people just keep buying. Keep and everybody wants to have fresh gear every year. You can't wear last year's stuff, right?
Yeah, no, that for sure. That's one of the things you juggle too is kind of keeping that flow of product going, and having the ability to freshen it up and get new stuff here. So it's good. But standing behind the product, something that we firmly believe in, and it's one of the kind of the core things that we do over here is make sure whatever you sell, you stand by it, and if for whatever reason, if it was defective or broke, or we have those problems. Where at factories you gotta address those things as they come up, and I think that helps you make better stuff, and identify things where you can kind of improve on product that's already good. And so it's something we take very seriously, for sure.
Yeah, and it's a rare instance that something like that occurs. I can think of one item in a 20-year period, but it's nice to know that when something like that does happen, that the manufacturer actually stands behind their product, recognizes loyal customers, and as you said earlier, constantly developing and looking to improve upon, and break that mold.
Yeah, one of the cool things about where here in this building is we have a guy that works. He's a wetsuit designer, kind of at his core. So most companies, they'll kind of do everything on either a CAD or a computer system or something, and then they'll kind of just send specs down to wherever their factory might be. The great thing about him is, he's kind of like Geppetto. He's in there in his little workshop putting patterns together, and he's kind of working with these people. So it's kind of a lost art what he does, which is it's really cool on the wetsuit side and the PFDs. But it's definitely, it shows in the quality of the product and the final product.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's good.
Yeah, absolutely, and not that cookie cutter type of mass production, but where it has that type of personal, almost like tailored effect. You can tell again, the highest caliber product on the market, no question. And so kudos to what's his name, Wetsuit Willie. I mean, what's the guy walking around in a wetsuit there?
No, John Fedorov's his name. John Fedorov.
No, I'm just kidding.
He's probably about 30 years of wetsuit design and technology.
Wow. Well, again, it speaks to the quality of the product. In the spring, as ride season really approaches, and we'll do another one of these, and you can check back in with you and see how, what else is new and what's going on with you guys for the remainder of 2018.
For sure. We're looking at it's called the Matrix Pro. So we're looking at maybe launching that sometime in 2018.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be just a little update to the Matrix, the jacket, the John. So it'll be good.
Well, yeah. I was going to say we'll definitely check back with you towards spring, and hopefully you have some some info like that we can help circulate, you know, new
Okay.
product. Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, hey, again, thanks for taking the time. We really appreciate it, and you know,
Okay.
thanks again to JetPilot for all the industry support. You know, for all the events you support, and always, you know,
Absolutely.
raising the bar. You know, always, you know, like you said, the co-pilot. You know, bringing it to the next level. It's what it's all about.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.